Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. It's election eve, and one of the biggest congressional races in the country could be decided by voters here in the Northwest Metro. Five-term Republican Congressman Erik Paulsen is trying to keep his seat in the 3rd Congressional District, while challenger Democrat businessman Dean Phillips is calling for change. Dean Phillips kicked off the last day of campaigning in Osseo at a place that's been consistent with his campaign, a coffee shop.
Shannon, Dean Phillips is stumping for some last-minute votes. As part of his conversation and coffee tour, he made a stop at a Caribou in Osseo. He spoke with many voters. Top issues include health care and tax cuts. Dean Phillips made the rounds at Caribou, a place where he's quite comfortable.
Healthcare comes up in just about every conversation.
Healthcare is important to retired teacher Jan Schulz from Brooklyn Park.
One of the main issues for me is health insurance, and the ACA really helped me to have insurance when I wanted to retire early. And since I have heart disease, I have the pre-existing condition.
As Phillips wrapped up his conversation, he hit on a lot of subjects, including campaign finance and tax cuts.
There are parts of it that I liked. Reducing the corporate income tax rate, I supported. I would have done so a little bit more gradually and not to the extent that we did, because I wanted to accrue more benefit to middle-income Americans who I do not think got a good deal out of this tax bill.
Meanwhile, Republican Erik Paulsen isn't taking his race for re-election for granted. He spent the last day on the campaign trail going door to door to encourage voters to get out to the polls. And that's where reporter Sonia Goins caught up with him. Paulsen was door knocking in the rain. His final push comes with a focus on the economy.
Number one, the economy is booming and doing really well. We had the jobs report last week, and 250,000 new jobs. In fact, the 3rd district in Minnesota has the best and lowest unemployment rate of any congressional district in the country. So we need to keep taxes where they're at. We don't want to go the other direction. And I know Dean Phillips has a different view on that. He said the tax cuts were awful, but they're making a difference for our economy.
Paulsen says another priority of his is lowering health care costs. The 3rd district race is considered one of a handful of races across the country that will determine which of the 2 major political parties will control the U.S. House.